Welcome to Keeping It 1,000. I'm your host, John Heisup, joined by my friend, the great McBetts. McBetts, what does keeping 1,000 mean to you, buddy?
That means we sweep the 4 picks and turn 10 into 100. Or if you're balling, 100 into 1,000. Just like that.
Okay.
Easy.
Okay. So basically, if you've never seen the show before, you're in good company because this show's never been done before.
Right.
So nobody's really seen it.
Right.
What we're going to do is, it's going to be kind of Thunderdome-esque, except there's only 2 of us, and we're only giving 2 bets each. We're just going to go ahead and knock out a little plus 1,000 banger. I think we can do it. We do it every day, so I don't see why we wouldn't just do it together.
Right.
Right? Like, that makes sense to me. We got a full Dinger Tuesday slate, which means there's going to be no dingers on the show, though. Can we agree on that?
No dongs.
Okay. Yep, no dongs, no Diddy. It's just not, I don't know. I just don't feel like it's a dong show. We'll save that for later on. If you want to see some dongs, you can.
They're everywhere.
Twitter account. Yeah, whoa, yeah, no.
There's dongs everywhere.
Yep. My Twitter account, I already put out an article. I got 2 that have no chance of losing. So go check that out at Slop Rules. But anyways, I'm going to let you go first. I think we can build a parlay between the 2 of us that gets us to plus 1,000 that has no chance of losing. Like, none. I really think we can do that. I just think we got to kind of put our heads together and just figure shit out.
Yes.
So I'm going to let you go first, though, just because I think you probably figured shit out already.
I'm going to lead off here.
Okay. Nice.
And it's going to be a little weird in the leadoff spot. We're going with a pitcher, something you would never see in a traditional lineup. The pitcher never leads off. Right?
Well, Ohtani.
Well, that's a valid point. Look at that. See, we're already breaking down barriers right here. First show.
Mm-hmm.
You are correct. That is unbelievable. So I'm going to go right now. Actually, we were talking about this pre-show, and I said, Slop, I got a minus K prop here that I really like, but we're obviously trying to keep it plus 1,000. We might have to tick it up. On FanDuel, this is already moved, so we are already at plus money. They knew we were coming, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go here, leading off first play, Andrew Abbott over 5.5 strikeouts, plus 124 on FanDuel. Now,
I like it.
You're probably like, well, he's pretty good. Like, why do you think he's going to strike out? Because he's playing the Cleveland Guardians.
Mm-hmm.
Right? 25% K rate. Last 15 games, that's like the most recent games. That thing goes up to like 27%.
Ooh.
And Abbott's just been mowing him down all season. 6 Ks against the Guardians for this guy. No problem. It's like 1 an inning.
Basically. Yep.
Yep.
He just struck out 6 guys last time.
Yeah, he's got an 8. He's got an 8 in there.
He got an 11 against the Orioles.
Yeah.
Jonathan Rodriguez should be in the lineup for Cleveland. That's a strike. That's an automatic strikeout.
It might be 6. It might be all 6.
Yep. I love that. I actually put that on in the morning wood this morning.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, that's the play that's going to get us to the night game so we can be super irresponsible with the lotto. So
that is a fantastic thing. The double dip, the overlap is great because you would never place your money on something that you even thought had a chance to lose.
No, that's dumb, dude.
I don't understand when people would do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you like that? They're like, yeah, it'll probably hit. I'm like, well, then you should be like, yeah, it's definitely going to hit.
Yeah, dude, if it's probably going to hit, then I don't want it. I want it definitely going to hit. No. So staying with definitely going to hit, I'm going to go with a guy called Mick Abel. Over 4.5 strikeouts, minus 112. Plays for the Phillies. It's his third start. He's got the Cubs. I know the haters are going to be like, well, Slop, he came back down to earth whenever they called him back up last time out. He only struck out a couple Blue Jays. Nobody strikes out the Blue Jays.
No.
Like no one does. Go look it up, dude. They just don't strike out. That's not what they do. That's not how they roll. Now, you go to the Cubs, they don't exactly strike out either. They're not like a strikeout team. They're not the Angels. You know what I'm saying? They're not the Guardians, but they are the Cubs. All right. The Cubs, they kind of do strike out like a little bit. And when you go through the lineup, you start to realize there's enough guys. We only need 5. All right. That's 1. That's not a record. Not even close to a record. No. So there is that. But you start looking. Ian Happ, kind of a strikeout guy. Seiya Suzuki, kind of a strikeout guy. You know why I'm saying that about these people? Because I'm looking at what they do to four-seam fastballs from right-handers. That's what Mick likes to throw. I mean, he's got a 38.5% CSW, bro. That's really good. Matt Shaw, strikeout. Reese McGuire, he's a gunner, but he strikes out too.
I lost count. I think we're up to 8.
What's that? Yeah.
I lost count. We're like up to 8. You said we only needed 5.
Yep. Nico not going to strike out. That's probably it. Everybody else is in play. Michael Busch, Dansby Swanson, Pete Crow Armstrong. Whenever you're watching this game, there's not going to be a time where you're like, oh, this guy's not going to get it. So for that matter, I'll go 4.5 on this guy. I think that it happened perfectly too that he had to come back against the Blue Jays because I think he mowed down like 9 people his first time he ever started, first ever.
Well, there's no better value spot than a guy who already came back down to earth.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. As soon as I saw the Blue Jays, I was wanting to take him, and then I was like, dude, no. Just watch the game. Hope he doesn't strike anyone out, and he really didn't. He only got like 2 of them, I think. So 4.5 against the Cubs at home. Dude, that's like first inning.
Yeah. No, he could. It's actually, you could do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's unlikely, but it could happen.
But it could happen.
If anybody could do it, it'd be Mick.
Great name, too. I would play it based on his name alone.
Yeah, I picked him up in fantasy just because of that.
Yeah. I mean, is he able?
We'll find out.
He's able to strike out 5, I would think.
I would hope. You're up.
Well, now I'm up, and we're going off the mound. We're going to go to the batter's box now.
Okay.
We're going to take a hitter. All right? Maybe you've heard of this guy. Maybe not, though, because we're on the East Coast. He plays on the West Coast. Cal Raleigh.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, he's pretty good. Catcher for
my home run article.
Catcher for the Mariners.
Yeah.
So I'm going to rock him for this play.
Okay.
2 total bases.
Okay.
Now he is hitting. Yes. He is rocking a 359 ISO. It's a power metric, right? Against right-handed pitchers. And he sees Brandon Pfaadt tonight, righty. Okay. Now the best part is here, right? Say later in the game they bring in a lefty. Cal Raleigh just goes to the other side of the plate.
Flips the script on him.
He's like, oh, yeah? Okay. Watch this. Whoop. Goes to the other side. And he's actually hitting lefties better than he's hitting righties. Damn. He's hitting righties at 359 ISO. We need 1 double. He'll probably go yard, to be honest.
Yeah,
I
got him hitting a home run, bro. He's definitely hitting a home run. Did you see the price on home run?
I did not. I went right to total bases. I'm like, this guy.
Take a guess.
Plus 285.
It was 265.
All right.
Which, yeah, you're right. That's great. Dude, he was like plus 160 over the weekend.
Yeah, he's like entering Ohtani Judge realm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now he's got Pfaadt.
Yeah.
If you look it up, over the last month, he's 20+% barrel rate, both against righties and lefties. Like, everybody smashes.
Everyone smashes Pfaadt.
We're talking Bonnie Blue.
Yes. He's just like the village bicycle.
Yeah.
So, by my count, we're 3 for 3.
Yep. And what's the price so far? Because I got to keep that in mind.
That was a minus 105 for Cal. And right now it's plus 727 on FanDuel.
Okay. How about a guy? Man, we got to close it out right here. God damn it, dude.
We're right there.
A lot of pressure on me.
We're right there.
But Carson Palmquist, over 3.5 strikeouts, minus 140. I don't know if that's going to get us there.
That's not a lot of strikeouts.
But it's just not a lot. I feel like we need a layup to finish this thing out. Still doing the math.
I mean, it gets us there.
Head.
It gets us there. We're at plus 1,300.
Oh, we're keeping it 1,300.
Yeah.
The name of the show.
Well, that's how we got to kick it off the first episode. You know what I mean? Like,
do you want to bust
bang
Abbott down to 5+ and see what that does?
Just we could do that.
Hit the first one. You want to hit the first one?
Yeah, we got to hit the first one. Let me.
Picks.
Yes,
all right, we know that. We're
gonna go Abbott. We're gonna tick him down because the line did move. It was 4.5. If you remember,
no, it was. I had him at 4.5 minus like 139. I was like, I'm taking that all day because that's not gonna last.
Ooh.
Does it bring us under though? Because if it
brings us under,
we got to go back.
The price now for 4.5 over 4.5 is minus 205. They really juiced it. And that gets us to plus 840. It's not gonna work.
No, we gotta go over 1,000. First show.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about Palmquist, though. This kid might be okay. He might not be.
It's only 4 Ks.
Yeah, it's 3.5 is his standard line, which indicates not good.
Right.
But guy's young, just a kid. All right. His first start, struck out no people.
All right. Got that out of the way.
Against Arizona. Okay. They don't really strike out, not his fault. Next start, Philly. He got up to 2. Threw 86 pitches that day. He was feeling good, probably. He raised his ERA that day from 11.25 to 11.88.
Right.
Wasn't a great day. The next time he came out, though, he went to Chicago against the Cubs. He said, fuck this.
And we already know the Cubs strike out.
Yep.
Yeah.
He struck out 4 of those guys. All right. Threw 92 pitches that day. He's kind of feeling it a little bit. Next game. So we went 0, 2, 4. Next game, 8. 8 Mets.
8 Mets?
Yeah. The Mets are not a team that you just strike out 8 of them. Okay. Like
no.
If you're a bullshit guy, you're not getting 8.
No.
Right? You might get 4, but you're not getting 8.
No.
All right. Threw 89 pitches. So his pitch count's solid.
Yep.
Judging, if you're familiar with patterns, that would mean he's striking out 16 tonight.
Right. Based on
how he's gone up. 2, 4, 8. He started with 0. Then it went to 2, 4, 8. So this guy's climbing.
Yep.
We only need 4.
If
you're looking through the Giants lineup, you got to start thinking, all right, well, Slop, where are these strikeouts coming from? That's a great question. It is, because you kind of want to know that. Elliot Ramos, he could strike out. Tyler Fitzgerald could strike out. Juan Encarnacion could strike out. Casey Schmidt, Patrick Bailey, Matt Chapman, Willie Adames. We got guys, dude.
All those guys that you named have struck out this year, at least once.
Yep, all of them. But Adames, Schmidt, Bailey, Fitzgerald, that's 4 that I'm very confident will strike out either the first or second time they come up. That's 4. That's all we need.
And we already know the pitch count's up around 90 every game.
Yeah, he's being treated like a man. Like they're letting him throw 90 pitches. You know what I'm saying? He's not being treated like some little boy that can only throw with the clicker pitches. Yeah.
No, he's up to 60.
Yeah, exactly. No, they just let this kid go until he gets his balls kicked in, which that could happen too.
Hey, that could happen. He's on the Rockies.
But again, it's 4 strikeouts, guys.
Yeah.
Like, that's not that crazy.
And the Giants have been consistent all season. No real spikes in the season K percentage, 25. Last 30, 24.5. Last 15, 24.5. So they're not going hot and not. They're just striking out.
Yep, they do strike out. They're a strikeout team, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not the. All right, so the Guardians, right now in the last week, they're a strikeout team.
Yep,
60 strikeouts and 197 at bats. That's a strikeout team. The Mariners are kind of there, 217 at bats, 59 strikeouts. The Giants are 43 strikeouts in the last week, but they've only had 150 at bats.
Yep,
that's not good, dude.
No.
That I'm actually reclassifying them. They are up there with the Guardians right now. They're striking out too much, dude.
They are a strikeout team.
All right, so let's recap real quick.
Yeah.
I feel like we just cashed a plus 1,000 parlay, which
definitely.
I don't know. You don't just see those laying on the ground, when you walk.
No, but if you did, you would pick that shit up.
You would pick it up. Yeah. Definitely pick it up. So you go tell them what you had, and I'll tell them what I had.
So I went my 2 picks, Andrew Abbott, over 5.5 Ks plus 124, and Cal Raleigh 2 plus total bases minus 105.
Nice. I had Mick Abel over 4.5 strikeouts minus 112. Carson Palmquist over 3.5 strikeouts minus 140. That brings us a 4-leg parlay, takes us to
plus 1319.
1319. God damn, I feel good, man. I feel like we just did something real good.
It was good. Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, man, it was good talking to you. It was good making a parlay.
Oh, yeah.
I will talk to you later on Twitter, and we will victory lap the shit out of this when it cashes.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll come back tomorrow and do the same thing again. How about that?
And then we go back to back.
Yep. Nice. Subscribe right now to this channel. Hurry up. Just subscribe. Get the notifications on. Throw a like. See what we can do. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.